research process. This is in continuity with the previous classes about the research process, in which we have discussed about 5 steps of the research process. Just to give you some view again, that what is research? Systematic search for knowledge through method of study, observation, comparison and experiment. An answer to the inquiry, a solution to the problem, the art of scientific investigation. It's just the view about the research, that what research is. So what is the research process? Research process is a series of various actions which are necessary to effective research work. These are very important to complete your research work effectively. The research process consists of a number of closely related activities. The various steps involved in a research process are not mutually exclusive, nor they are separate and distinct. These are the steps of the research process. First step, establishing the need of the research. Second step, defining the problem. Third step, formation and development of working hypothesis. Fourth step, determining research designs. Fifth step, identifying information types and sources. Sixth step, determining methods of assessing the data. Seventh step, designing data collection form. Eighth step, determining sample plan and the size. Ninth step, data collection. 10th step, data analyzing the data. And 11th step, preparing and presenting the final report. Though there are various steps in some lectures or in some studies, there are 8 steps that in here in detailed 11 steps involved in the research process. Though I have discussed all these in the previous lectures, but giving you some short review of the first 4 steps. 3 steps. This step involves identification of a problems and selection of one out of them after evaluating the alternatives against certain selection criteria. Market research is not needed when required information is already available. Decision needs to be made now. Organization can't afford the research. Cost outweigh the value of research. Any kind of the research is not required if the information is already available. Means people have already conducted the research in past. The decisions need to be made now. You need to make the decision now, but the research will complete after some time. You do not need to conduct the research. Even organizations can't afford. Research involves the cost. If the organizations can't afford to pay the cost, then no need to conduct the research. And if the cost is greater than the benefit of the research, then no need to conduct the research. Step 2, defining the problem. The most important step in the research process is defining the problem. That what is the issue you are going to research, and what problem you are willing to solve. The process involved in defining the problem. Here we are trying to define the problem. So the statement of the problem in a general way. Research problem means the statement of the problem. Generally we write it. So understanding the nature of problem, surveying the available literature. To write any problem, to write any research statement, we need to survey the literature, and on the basis of that literature we write the statements. Developing ideas through discussions. The second point continues. When we study the literature, we thoroughly study the literature, we develop the concepts either through the reading or through the discussions, and rephrasing the research problem. Modes of problem identification. What are the ways and methods of identifying the problem? There are 3 modes of problem identification. They are extraction from a manager's practical problem in a dialogue. Means when we have the discussion with the manager, during the discussions we, as a researcher, he or she is the expert in understanding can extract what is the issue or the problem our organization is facing. Cognitive identification of an experienced researcher in the area of his expertise. Some researchers, they are very much experts. They can easily sense that what issue the organization is facing. And a two-step research process by novice scholar, literature search and pilot study. So the three steps: the formation and development of working hypothesis. Assumptions are drawn to test its logical sequence, that how the variables are related. For this purpose, the researchers, they develop the assumptions, the hypothesis. Hypothesis is guiding force of researcher. Outcome of researcher is deep thinking of research. So the outcome of the research is the deep thinking, when you think thoroughly, when you check the relationship of the different factors, the different variables. Then the important thing in the research process is the preparation of the research design. It's the outline or a conceptual structure of your research, that what steps will be involved in your research. Collecting the relevant data, methods for preparation of research design. So determining the research design involved, there are various types of the research designs which are used by the researchers depending on the nature of their area of study or the type of the question they are researching. Exploratory or explanatory research. Explanatory research is the collection or collecting the information in an unstructured and informal manner. Then someone is trying to explain some situation, we conduct the explanatory research, and the data collected for this purpose is unstructured and informal in nature. Then second is the descriptive research. It refers to a set of methods and procedures describing research variables. In the descriptive research, we use different methods, the set of the methods and the procedures to describe the research variables related present in that research. Then the third one is the causal research, means experiments and other approaches. In this type of the research, researchers conduct the experiments and allows isolation of the causes and effects. The step 5 of the research process is the identification or identifying the information or the types and sources. What are the different sources of the data from where you collect the data? There are two major sources of the data collection, the secondary sources and the primary sources. We call the secondary data and the primary data. The secondary data is that data, or the information that has been collected for some purpose other than the research at hand. It means this is that data which has been collected by someone else in past for another study, or any kind of the written report or any kind of the research document is treated as the secondary source. And another is the primary data, which is collected in the first time data gathered. The information that has been gathered is specifically for the research objectives at hand, collected by the researcher himself or herself. What are the steps involved in determining the methods of accessing the data? How you will collect? Assessing data through sources such as the internet and the library. Secondary sources are assessed through the internet or library, through the Google or various other sources, and the primary data collected from participants through the methods such as the telephone, mail, online, face-to-face quantitative and observation studies and focus group. This is qualitative. Primary data is collected through the surveys or through the interviews or focus group discussions. It can be